grab, I try to get.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Rodney James here for Cage Side Press. I'm here with Morgan Mad Dog Frier.
That's right.
She's fighting Kayla Harrison in PFL. You recently came off loss with Sarah Kaufman, but you're still in the game.
Yeah.
And then when is your fight? July 11th?
Yeah, July 11th.
Cool. And so, well, first of all, what brings you to Las Vegas? We're here at Extreme Couture. You said you've been training here for a couple of months.
Yeah,
What
well,
brought you here?
I actually been living here for like 6 years. I was just training over at Syndicate before, and then I decided to move over here. Probably like a month and a half out from my fight with Sarah Kaufman, and then I met Dennis. And
Dennis Davis,
Yeah.
who of course is an underrated coach. He coaches a lot of really great fighters.
Yeah.
A lot of great women fighters too, like
Yeah.
Emily Whitmire, Gina Danger,
Yeah.
and now you. And we got another one of your female fighters from Syndicate, and Jessica Rose Clark is
Yeah,
over here.
yeah.
Did that influence your decision
well, I
to
mean,
come over?
I was referred by a different coach, but yeah, she came over here, and then I know Chelsea Ray came over here, and I knew them from Syndicate, so like I definitely wanted to come check it out because I liked them as training partners.
It does, when I saw that your nickname was Mad Dog, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Because my first interaction with you was actually during pro-am practice just now,
Yeah.
and that's a great nickname for you.
Thank
You're quite scrappy.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing combat sports?
I started with wrestling in high school, and then after that I did jiu-jitsu once I graduated high school, or a little bit before. And then when I was in the Army, I did combatives. So.
Oh, wait a second here. MMAsoldier.net. You see in the background. Shout out to MMA Soldier. That's my brand. I didn't realize that you were
Yeah.
veteran. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Cool. So when did you get in the Army? This is interesting.
2010.
Okay.
2011. Yeah, I joined in 2010. I was 18.
Where did you go to basic training?
In Fort Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was a drill sergeant at Fort Sill from April 2008 until May 2010 at Fort Sill,
Oh
Oklahoma.
wow! I went to Fort Sill for my AIT.
Okay, so you're
Air defense.
air defense artillery. Yeah. They just started bringing the air defense there as I was leaving.
Yeah.
I was field artillery originally.
Oh,
that's
cool.
very cool. I also got my start in combatives.
Yeah. Oh,
actually.
awesome.
Yeah. Were you from here originally then? So you've been
no.
here 6 years.
Yeah, I'm from California originally.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, but did you go to high school here?
No.
Or you came here after the military?
Well, I was born in California. I moved out here like probably 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, moved back to Cali, and then after I got out of the military, I moved back here. So like 2013, I moved out here.
So after Fort Sill, where does the Army take you with air defense artillery?
Fort Irwin.
Fort Irwin? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I know.
See,
It's
notice
everybody's reaction.
Notice how we know what I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I might have to go there for NTC.
Oh, no.
How was that as an assignment though for just for cadre or for active component there?
Well, if you ask anybody, they'll tell you the same thing. It really
Still
sucks.
sucks. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
in the
you
middle
don't.
of nowhere.
Yeah, you don't get any like regular holidays. You work sometimes on the weekends. You're out in the field 2 weeks out of every month, and you're in a training area. So like, there's like so many rules. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
Yeah.
It's a lot stricter when you have all those kind of rules in the training
Yeah,
environment.
yeah.
But was that kind of close to home for you?
It was very close for home. It was
Very
like
close.
an hour away from home, which sucked
wow.
because I
Kinda
joined to travel.
Yeah, to
and
get
I
away
got
from
stationed
home.
an hour away from home. So.
It's bittersweet, right? Because like there are times where you're just like, oh, I just want to go the hell home.
Yeah. Well, no, I just wanted to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wanted to go far and travel. I really did.
What part of California?
Victorville.
Okay, yeah, I can see why you wanted to leave.
Yeah.
No,
It's nothing.
I've been to Fort Hunter Liggett a few times. The Army has brought me there. I'm actually still in. So I was at Fort Bragg when I was active. I was field artillery, and then I got out. I came into the reserves. I got activated when I was a drill sergeant, and then I actually got my degree, became an officer. So
That's awesome.
I'm still in.
Yes.
Thanks. I got just a few more years, but yeah, I'm a PSYOPs officer.
That's awesome.
Cool. It's pretty cool. What made you want to get out though? I mean, just...
Well, I mean, being stationed in Fort Irwin isn't very, promising. I wanted to do a lot more things. I wanted to be like airborne. I wanted to do exciting things, and I was stuck there. They didn't want to give anybody their assignments. It's like if you get stationed there, it's almost as if you get like forgotten, kind of. Like
it's like
you're
the
just
black hole.
Yeah,
Just sucks
it
soldiers in.
really is. So I was just like, nah, like I want to get out. live my life.
So they do a lot of Army combatives there?
So it was a pretty small team, but we went to the All Army Combatives tournament, which was in Fort Hood, Texas, and that shit is crazy. It's like it's like UFC.
Straight up
Have you been
MMA
to it?
fighting. Yeah, I competed in one at Fort Sill, and then I tried actually at Fort Hood.
Yeah.
But they were like, no, you have to be on like a team, and I was like, what the hell? And so
Yeah.
it turns out I knew a few of the guys there. Colton Smith, Sergeant Colton Smith, you know him? He used to run the fight house, and Jason Norwood.
Yeah.
I think Jason Norwood used to fight in Bellator, and then Colton Smith actually won Ultimate Fighter. I want to say season 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
It's
they're
crazy.
both still active duty.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They originate from that gym, though.
Yeah.
So you got to travel and go down there TVY.
Yeah.
So the Army paid for you to
Yeah.
go compete.
Yeah.
And then what did that consist of?
So it was really rough training. It's probably like the hardest training that I've ever done. But basically, instead of like your job for 2 weeks, they only let us train for 2 weeks, like straight before the tournament. But like all these other bases, I know they were training like 365. You know, and like these guys are fighters like every single day. They get to train.
I know some of those places like Fort Bragg and Fort Hood, and even Fort Sill at one time. They have actual like amateur and pro like MMA teams.
Well, they have the funding for it. It just depends if the base is, you know, interested in it. But you know, they let us go, and it's crazy because I had to go against guys. So the first guy that I went against, like, you know, in the beginning before you actually get to like make it on the team.
Yeah, did you do
it's like
jiu-jitsu?
slapping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so like you can slap and you can kick, you can't punch, but it's like open hand slap.
So the first round they did like sort of a pancrase rules. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I see. Because when we did it at Fort Sill, the first round was like you did like it was a bracket. And you did like 5 grappling matches first.
Yeah.
And then you go to the pancration.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you did start with the grappling.
Yeah.
Which you probably did well in.
Yeah, I
that,
did well in that, and then it went to the open hand slapping, and it just, well, it sucked because, like I said, I had to go against guys, which, you know what I mean, I feel like that's not fair in its own kind of way, you know what I mean?
Of course.
And I just remember going against this one guy, and I think he really just didn't like women or something, because he just slapped the shit out of me. I'm like, dude, just like submit me or something. But like,
He's just trying to hurt you.
yeah, like I had bruises all over my face, like it was crazy.
What an asshole.
I know.
Jesus.
I know.
So, but you're kind of used to the rough and tumble sports. So you
Yeah,
said
definitely.
You wrestled in high school. It's very rare to see females that competed
Yeah,
in high school
it
wrestling.
wasn't very big. So like I was the only female on that team too. I had to go against
So you
all
had
the
to go
guys.
against
too.
guys.
Yeah, I probably went against 2 girls like my whole entire like, you know, wrestling career in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the feeling. It's like when you're over there like beating me up, I'm like, I don't want to like hit a girl, but I don't want to get beat up by a girl either.
Yeah, you know, it helps me out. So.
Yeah. So how you liking it here at Extreme Couture?
I love it here. Yeah, I feel, you know what I mean. It feels like a home.
Yeah.
It's important because like if you're gonna train every day, you gotta feel comfortable in the place that you're at with people you're around and.
It's definitely, and I've felt that since I've been here for almost 2 years. It's definitely a family vibe. Everybody's like super friendly and accommodating.
Yeah, it's not cliquey at all.
Yeah, and which you get that at pretty much every gym you go to, as you probably know.
Yeah, I don't
But
feel
here
that
it's
here.
it's like the least cliquey I've ever seen. And what about the wealth of training partners? Because there's a lot of good females here. I mean, there's a lot of good fighters in general.
Yeah. No, I really like it because, you know, everybody's pretty cool and they know what you need to work on, so they kind of adjust. And I like, you know, heavier training partners. I like to go against the guys, you know, so it's cool.
Yeah, and I know working with Dennis is great. Dennis is really, really great. He gives a lot of really good hands-on and one-on-one like coaching. He gives a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know, he puts a lot of sacrifice into all his fighters.
Yeah.
So what's it been like working with him?
Well, I mean, you know, he's invested, so that's, to me, like, that's what I want to see in a coach, somebody that, you know, believes in me, that sees my potential, that can, you know, pull that out of me, and, you know, I had a coach back in California, but he's in California. I can't keep going to California. That's what kind of messed me up the first time, and before is because I don't get that much training in, you know, but now, finally, like, I've been here for 6 years, like I said, 7 years. I need to find somewhere here so I can be way more consistent. I wasn't in the past at all.
Yeah.
It's probably been the most I've ever trained.
And what other coaches do you work with?
I just work here. I have a strength and conditioning coach, Dan, who's pretty awesome. We just work, you know, with weights and like we go out in the park and run and stuff like that. I don't think I have any more coaches besides the one in Cali.
Oh, I mean like here, just Dennis?
Yeah, just
mainly?
Dennis. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And last thing, obviously we got to talk about your fight. Kayla Harrison's undefeated. Doesn't have a whole lot of fights though. I think she's got 4 or 5 fights.
Yeah.
And seems to be grappling based, pretty good grappler, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be tempted to play the grappling game as a grappler yourself, or are you looking to put her away on the feet?
You know, it just depends how the fight goes. You know, it all changes once you get in there. You know, you might have a game plan when you go in, but you know, just like I did with Sarah Kaufman, I didn't plan on even standing for, you know, maybe a minute, but then it went to the ground and it didn't work out the way that I wanted to. So I'm just planning on, you know, having all my ducks in a row, being good at everything that I can, and you know.
Yeah, what was that feeling like? I mean, obviously it's awful, but I mean, like, what was the mistake that you think you made that caused her to be able to capitalize and get the victory?
Well, I was flat on my back, and like, I guess once she had my arm up, I didn't feel threatened by it, and she just got it in really too quick, and I, you know, was wasting my energy punching away when I should have been like grabbing at the arm and working the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just consistency, working with like escapes and things like that, which I, you know, didn't really do before.
And it's not one of those things where you lose a decision and you get beat up really bad or get KO'd with a submission. It's like as soon as it's over, you're just like, shit.
Yeah, it was way too quick. I was like, it was ridiculous. But the whole thing was so surreal for me. Like, that was my biggest fight. You know what I mean? The interviews, the photo shoot, everything before, I was just like, man, this is like really happening. This is crazy. So like once I was in the cage, I was just like, I wasn't like there. You know what I mean? So like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? Yeah. What is that like? The moments leading up to the fight too. I mean, does that add to the nerves? I mean, do you get a lot of nervousness or?
Yeah, I mean, usually, you know, you do. Like, you know you're gonna fight, and you can get in that mentality. And I just like couldn't all day. I don't know what it was. I mean, just because it's been my dream to be in a big fight, you know, like that, and it finally happened, and I just like was just in awe.
All those other external factors maybe sort of just threw off your normal routine.
Yeah, definitely.
You go for like preparation.
Yeah, usually with my other fights, I didn't even know who I was fighting until like day of, and I would like be able to go in, and then like, you know, it's like, all right, this is your opponent, all right, you're fighting, go ahead, and you know, just get in there and get it done. But everything leading up was just kind of threw me off, you know.
That's Morgan Frier, the Mad Dog, taking on Kayla Harrison July 11th on PFL. Make sure you check that out. Anything else you want to get off your chest? Any sponsors you want to shout out?
To my sponsor, Sean, thank you very much. 50 Design. He's been helping me out a lot, and I couldn't do without him. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I wish you the best luck.
Thank you, man.
All right, Rodney James for Cage Side Press.